Only those who carry the moon on their lips know the lament of the Indian race, the patience that runs through blood like demented guitars vibrating on the backs of 1,000 crocodiles. Huh. So that's written on the Venice walls over here. And it's a poem by Manazar Gamboa. And it really kind of resonates today as everybody is kind of immersed in the media. Doesn't matter who you are, you're being controlled. And there's a war for your mind. There's a war for a share of your mind, your brain share going on right now, and how you think. So it's important to expand your awareness at all times, especially now, by ignoring the media. It's creating too much cognitive dissonance for folks. The reports are conflicting, the identity crisis that's involved, the bigger story and the smaller story are spirals into the void. So the more you sort of look for meaning in these events or coming to a place in it, you don't reach anything. You just reach this awkward cognitive dissonance. And you really want to be like a cool pool in life and in general. You don't need all this cognitive dissonance. And on one side, the president is shaming, and on the other side, people are crying, and on the other side, there's information that this is related with this other thing. So, here's this Jim Morrison piece. Now the soft parade has soon begun. Cool pools from a tired land sink now in the peace of evening. Tired land sink now in the peace of evening. And that's what happens when the sun goes down, right? Kind of retire into our dreams. But this stuff that we look at and the stuff that we take in and the opinions that we have, the bullshit opinions, whatever side you're on, however you feel, making a judgment is what they want you to do. If I could get a judgment out of you as a salesperson, it's called the Cialdini effect. It's based on Robert Cialdini. And basically, if I could get you to concede on an offer, like a used car salesman gives you a big offer, an offer that you can't afford, he'll likely concede on a smaller offer. It's a salesman's tactic. So what the media is basically doing is the Cialdini effect mixed with the bystander effect, which is, I'm going to give you a lot of bullshit. I'm going to really set the stage high on what I expect you to do as a human being. I look like Ed Grimley right now, which is good, I must say. But yeah, so I'm going to give you this big thing that you're definitely not going to do, okay? And then you're going to concede on smaller levels. So all the media events that are going on are in effect feeding the lower levels of concession, of decision making, of what people are going to do. So yes, there's going to be a multiplicity of effects from what's going on. Similarly, and as that applies across the board, by the way, with the bystander effect, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but also it's another phenomenon of the human condition, where this woman in New York was raped in the street in the Bronx in the 70s, and everyone just watched. It's called the bystander effect. And when they were asked later, and there's an article in the Times and the news, and at the time they called this the bystander effect, why they didn't interfere, why didn't they intercept, they responded, well, nobody else was. Okay? Well, I'm intercepting your brain right now. I'm the one stepping in and disrupting your bystander effect. Ignore the media. Stop. Get your power back. Don't give your power to opinions and judgments. Keep it back. Reel it back into yourself. What was that thing that you were doing? What was that thing that you wanted to do? What was that project you were working on? Were you trying to get out of your 9 to 5? Were you trying to learn a new language? Were you trying to learn a new instrument? Were you trying to finish that record? What were you trying to do before you looked at what's going on? Before you created opinions on things that are irrelevant, that are external? Go back into that. Retrieve your power. Ignore the media. Get your brain back. There's a war on our brain happening.